Hello there, Spoonstream13 here, and today I'm going to make a little video on a lesser known game. Some people do know about it, but it's an old little RPG game called Cube World, which is very much like your sort of Minecraft game, or there's also another voxel game called Trove, which a lot of people play. Cube World is one that's never got released to this day, and it's a wonderful little game. I've only played it once myself. That was a few years ago, and the sad thing is I had to download it from oh blimey, someone's bid on something I'm selling. I had to download it from a naughty link because the game's not available to actually purchase or actually register. So in this, on the official website here, you can't even log in and create an account because an account user registrations are currently disabled. Please try again later. So when it does finally come out, and I'm really hoping it will, I have every intention of purchasing it properly, but until then we only have the naughty leaked version to play, and it came out quite a while ago. I'm going to read a little bit of this for you. It says, "I'm Wally," not me, that's the guy that made it, "the creator of Cube World. I started this game in June 2011. My inspirations were Minecraft, Zelda, Secret of Mana, Monster Hunter, Diablo, World of Warcraft, and many more. My aim was to create an infinite color procedurally generated world full of adventures, monsters and mysteries. The result is Cube World, a voxel based role-playing game." His wife joined development in 2012, and they have released the alpha version for Windows PC in July 2013. That's quite a while ago now. The alpha already has many features, but some are still missing. You can check out a feature overview below. The alpha is available for a lower price than the beta version and the final version. We are planning to release updates regularly. Updates are free. Now, this, because it came out quite a while ago, the system requirements for this game are really low, and you could run it on an old farty PC or a not great laptop and you'd still be able to play it. Its minimum system requirements, it says in brackets, tentative. It was designed at the time to run on Windows XP Service Pack 2, so that's going back a little bit. I love that operating system. Intel Core 2 Duo 2 GHz, or a Core i3, or an AMD Athlon 64x2 for your processor, an NVIDIA GeForce 7800 or an ATI X1800, an Intel HD 3000 with 256 megabytes of RAM and shader model 3.0. You need 2 gigabytes of RAM and an internet connection for updates and online multiplayer. Now, with the age of the computers, that would be DDR2 RAM back then, so it's even slower. It's slower RAM. Still runs fine to this day. Don't get me wrong. I've got plenty of machines running DDR2, and it runs perfectly fine. It's running Windows 10 and everything. But this system doesn't have high requirements, but it runs really well. And I think that's the reason why it doesn't have high requirements, because everything's built out of these little tiny voxel blocks. These voxel graphics, they're all little tiny blocks that build up absolutely everything in the game, and that actually keeps the game quite condensed and quite small, which is good, so it won't take up a lot of room on your PC either. Now, the game features endlessly random generated worlds. See here, a main feature of Cube World is the random world generation. In contrast to many games, worlds are not designed by a level designer but generated procedurally by the game using math and random numbers. The result is an endless world, nearly endless, i.e. players can't reach the borders, so players can explore new landscapes all the time. Players can generate their own worlds by specifying one single number, the seed. The same seed results in exactly the same world, so players can share their worlds with friends by telling them their seeds. Worlds are generated on the fly while playing, so there are neither log pre-computations nor huge save files at the beginning. And there are no borders. There are no artificial borders. You can literally reach each cube the world is made of. If you see a mountain on the horizon, you can climb that mountain. If you see a tree, you can climb on top of that tree. At least, if your climbing skill is good enough. Landscapes. Cube World consists of different lands with varying climates and themes. There are grasslands, snowy landscapes, wide oceans, dangerous lava lands, jungles and deserts. Landscapes are full of mountains, caves, rivers, lakes, forests, rocks, dungeons, castles, ruins, catacombs, temples, villages and more. And the world features, it's a wonderful game. It features a world map where players can plan explorations and missions with a zoomable and turnable 3D voxel map. That's lovely, that map is. I absolutely adore that. The landscape Greenlands. Greenlands consist of lush grasslands and forests. It has snowlands, which are cold with snowy lands. It has deserts. They have a hot and dry climate with sandy dunes, pyramids and oases. I haven't even got to those. They have jungles, which are hot, high humidity zones with large trees and temples and ruins. They have lava lands, which are hostile landscapes covered with magma and full of demons. Scary. They have oceans full of blue water, islands, underwater caves and sea animals. And that's what's in the version I've got at the moment. The version that whoever's managed to get this downloaded is actually been able to play. The planned landscape savannas have a warm and dry climate and consist of sunny grasslands with a few trees and wild animals. They also planned undead lands. Undead lands are a contaminated landscape without vegetation, populated by evil undead creatures. They also planned swamp lands, which are wetlands with many forests and large rivers, and finally mushroom lands, which are full of giant mushrooms and huge insects. Look at this screenshot here. This is a player at the bottom and they're using a glider to get around, because you can actually glide through the land, which is one of the methods of travel. That's when you get a high enough level to unlock that skill, and you actually have to have money to buy that glider as well. It says here, so the game also incorporates adventure skills. Being an exploration RPG, an important focus of Cube World is exploration and adventure. In Cube World, players are equipped with a set of skills that a true adventurer needs. They have climbing, which allows players to ascend the highest rocks and reach the deepest abyss. They have swimming through rivers, lakes and oceans, which is routine for a Cube World adventurer. They have diving to the ground of a lake, or exploring underwater caves, which is also possible. Hand gliding, there it is. From a mountain right into a lush valley is a common task in Cube World. And sailing enables ocean explorers to travel quickly from one island to the other. Not only that, it has dungeons. Dungeons are a dangerous place, or dungeons are dangerous places full of rare loot and are integrated seamlessly into the world. Dungeons enemies are often stronger than normal enemies, and there are dungeon bosses. Dungeons occur in different forms, such as castles, ruins, temples, pyramids and catacombs. Apart from that, there are overworld dungeons which are less structured and consist of disconnected buildings. And there are even missions. Every Cube World day, new missions are available. Missions send players to dungeons or huge boss monsters. Completing a mission gives valuable rewards like weapons, armor, and platinum coins. Platinum coins can be used to upgrade weapons and armor. Lovely. And if a player likes a land, he can basically stay there forever in that land and just do daily missions. Why not? So we have climbing, we have swimming and diving, we have hand gliding, sailing, dungeons, overworld dungeons, portals. What are those? They consist of magic runestones and can be found anywhere in the world. Players can quickly teleport between discovered portals. Teleportation, nice. We have missions. And they also plan in the future procedural quests, a background story and housing. So procedural quests will be randomly generated tasks with varying story, creatures and places. Their goal is to come up with a diversified, non-repetitive system. They also planned a background story. We're planning to add a background story and lore to add more depth. And planned housing. We're planning to enable players to build their own house. Players will be able to store items, trophies, pets, etc. in the house and extend the house gradually. Now, I'm going to actually load the game up and get into the game, but I just want to show off everything that this site shows about the game. It's fantastic. Classes and infinite character progression. Classes. There are currently 4 playable classes in Cube World: Warriors, Rangers, Mages and Rogues. We wanted to give each class a different gameplay and feel. The key feature of Warrior gameplay is charged attacks. They can build up MP with normal attacks and charge up powerful special attacks. Rangers use ranged charged attacks, which work similar like warrior attacks but use ranged weapons such as bows and things like that. Mages cast spells with varying cast times. Normal attacks are usually faster, while special attacks have longer cast times and consume MP. I think that's probably magic power. Rogue gameplay is fast-paced and special attacks are instant. The way they can concentrate on evasion and move freely during combat. They also have specializations. In order to allow for more diversified gameplay, we added class specializations. Each class can choose one out of 2 specializations which changes playstyle and abilities of that class. The warrior has Berserker, attack speed is increased with each hit and can charge attacks more quickly, or Guardian can block attacks with all weapons and has increased health, can become immune against stun attacks. The Ranger has Sniper, camouflage and aim abilities, attack speed is increased with each hit, or Scout. Special attacks have a chance to become instantly chargeable and can sprint. Mage, which is what I prefer being, I like to be a mage in games, have Fire. Special attacks have a chance to become instantly chargeable, can cast fire explosions, or Water. Attack speed is increased with each hit and has healing spells. And finally Rogue, Assassin. Special attacks increase strength, has improved stealth abilities. Ninja dodges during special attacks and can throw shurikens. That's how I pronounce it. I don't know if it's shurikens or shurikens, but that's how I always say it. We also have skill trees. With each gain level, players can assign skill points to a skill tree. There are class-specific skills like attacks or spells, and common skills like climbing, hang gliding, or pet riding. Infinite progression. Not only worlds are infinite, but so are your character's progression. This means players can theoretically level up infinitely and put infinitely many skill points into their skill trees. However, this doesn't mean that players can become infinitely powerful. The power of players, creatures, items and skills doesn't scale linearly or exponentially with the level, but it scales tangentially. So while levels can be between 1 and infinity, the corresponding power is between 1 and 100. A power of 100 can be reached with an infinite level. In lower levels, power increments are more notable than in higher levels. This system has 2 advantages. First, there's no level cap, and the player never has the feeling of having reached the end of the game. Second, power cannot be infinite. For each land, the game generates creatures and dungeons evenly in all power ranges, that's 1 to 100. That way, the player can freely travel from land to land, and can always be sure to find creatures and dungeons of his power. What have we got here? We've got the class features. We've got the warrior class. Warriors are heavily armoured melee fighters. They wield one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, and shields. Their specializations are Berserkers and Guardian. Ranger class. Rangers are ranged classes that can use bows, crossbows and boomerangs to attack their enemies from a distance. Their specializations are Sniper and Scout. Mage class. Me. Mages use wands, staffs and bracelets to cast powerful spells to attack enemies, heal allies and protect themselves. They can specialise on fire and water. Rogue class. Rogues are agile melee fighters specialised on stealth and evasion. They can wield daggers, fist weapons and long swords. Their specialisations are ninja and assassin. Each class can choose 1 out of 2 specialisations. A specialisation affects gameplay and abilities of a class. The specialisation can be changed as the class trainer. Skill trees we just read about. With each gained level, players can assign skill points to the skill tree. Skill trees contain both combat and non-combat skills. And they have planned advanced skill trees. They're planning to add more complex skill trees with additional skills, branches and options. And they're also planning more classes. They're planning to add more classes in the future. I don't know how far down this goes. Could be reading forever before actually getting to playing the game. Well, you want to know all about it? So let's do it. Action-based combat. Combat in Cube World is based on players' skill, movement and reaction. Skilled players can beat high-level monsters, while not-so-skilled players can be beaten by low-level creatures. Manual aiming. Enemies need to be targeted manually with a crosshair. There's no target locking. Good players will land more hits and thus deal more damage. Active dodging. Most attacks can be dodged with good reaction and proper timing. Dodging costs stamina and makes you immune against damage for every short time. and makes you immune against damage for a very short time. With skill and good stamina management, you can survive each of the strongest attacks. With skill and good stamina management, you can survive even the strongest attacks. Combos. All creatures have armor and resistance. Armor decreases physical damage, resistance magical damage. Armor decreases physical damage, resistance magical damage. Every time you hit an opponent, you get a combo point. The more combo points you have, the more armor resistance of your enemy is ignored for your attacks. So if you succeed to build up enough combo points, you can penetrate even the heaviest armor. So you have the combat features. Manual aiming. There is no target locking. Players need to aim manually, both in melee and ranged combat. Active dodging. Most attacks can be dodged with good reaction and timing. Skilled players will be able to avoid damage no matter how strong the opponent is. Combo hits. By landing multiple hits in a row, combos. Players combo. By landing multiple hits in a row, known as combos, players can penetrate armor and magical resistance of their enemies. Skilled players will be able to deal damage even against the highest level enemies. It's kind of repeating itself in a way, but it's sort of summarising it. Stun attacks. Special attacks have a chance to stun opponents. Stunned enemies are easy to hit, can heal and can't deal damage. And they've also planned crowd control abilities. The crowd control means incapacitating certain enemies while fighting other enemies. This is useful when fighting a large or powerful groups of enemies. The races. The following races are playable: elves, humans, goblins, lizardmen, dwarves, orcs, frogmen, and undeads. And there are separate models for male and female characters. They also have different voices, and there are no class race restrictions. That's nice. That diversifies everything. That's brilliant. Characters are customizable during character creation by choosing a combination of face, hair, and hair color. Lizardmen have scales instead of hair, and frogmen have different eyes. Fair enough. You can see here it's got the horizontal eyes, and then the female's got different eyes as well. So the race features. Here we go. We got humans. Humans are medium-sized creatures with varying hairstyles, includes beards. Playable race elves. Elves are medium-sized creatures with pointy ears and fancy hair. Dwarves. Dwarves are small creatures. Male dwarves always have beards, while women often have braids. I always play dwarves as well. I don't know why, I just do. Goblins. Goblins are small creatures with green skin and reddish noses. Lizardmen are medium-sized creatures with scales and a big mouth. Orcs are big creatures with green skin and a pronounced jaw. Undeads are medium-sized creatures with a decayed look and glowing eyes. So pretty much they're zombies. Frogmen are medium-sized creatures with an amphibian look and bulging eyes. And they also plan for more playable races in the future updates, which to this day haven't got here yet. It doesn't mean they're not going to do it, it just means I haven't got to it. Sometimes projects can take years and years and years. I myself have some projects that have been going on for 5 years and I still haven't finished them. But it doesn't mean they won't get finished. Now, you can also have pets. Every player can have a pet which accompanies him or her during his or her adventures and assists in combat. A player can possess as many pets as he or she wants, but only one pet can be active at a time. The remaining pets are stored in a special pet bag in the inventory, so they're squashed down, shoved in a little bag, freeze dried, and then you can get them out later. Most animals and some monsters in Cube World can be tamed. That's cool. In order to tame a pet, you need to feed it with its favourite food. The challenge is to find out which food a pet likes and to obtain the food. Pet categories. There are different pet categories. Melee pets are the most common pets and attack from close range. Ranged pets can shoot bullets from a distance. Tank pets deal less damage but have higher endurance and generate more aggro. Some pets have healing abilities to heal their master and friends. Now that would be good. Mount pets are rideable and enable fast travelling. Awesome. What have we got here? So you've got to tame your pets with food. You've got to find the right food for them. Most pets attack from a melee range pretty much. Some pets do ranged and shoot bullets. Tank pets deal less damage but have higher endurance and generate more aggro. Some pets have healing abilities to heal their master and friends, and many pets are rideable for fast travelling. They've also planned rare pets. Rare pets are hard to obtain. They have a special look and special abilities, and they've also planned pet evolution, which is pretty cool. Kind of like sort of the Pokemon evolution thing. We're planning to enable some pets to evolve over time. Sweet. This is something I love in games. Monsters. Cube World is full of monsters. There are slimes, zombies, ogres, skeletons, vampires, werewolves, and many more. Boss monsters. Boss monsters are the strongest creatures in Cube World. Some of them are humanoid, like trolls with big wooden clubs or one-eyed cyclopses. Others are undead, like the evil liches that summon zombies and skeletons. There are saurians, which are armoured with scales and armed with sharp horns and teeth. Defeating a boss monster requires a lot of skill and experience. Players have to study their attacks and react properly. They have to jump during earthquakes by trolls. They have to stay away from the cyclone attacks by cyclopses, and have to dodge the deadly smash attacks by golems. Defeating a boss monster gives valuable rewards like rare weapons or armour and lots of experience. And the features of the monsters we have: Troll. Trolls are slow but strong and can stun enemies with earthquake attacks. Dark Trolls have faster attacks with trolls. Dark Trolls have faster attacks than trolls by using 2 huge maces. Yetis. Yetis are Snowland counterpart of trolls. Cyclops. Despite their size, Cyclops are swift melee fighters with dangerous cyclone attacks. I remember coming up across some of those from years ago when I had a go at this. Saurians are giant monsters with varying abilities. Mammoths. Oh, lovely. Mammoths get angry when disturbed and perform dangerous ram and stomp attacks. Lich. Liches are undead magicians and summon zombies and skeletons. It's awesome. I love it. Boss monster Golem. Golems are big giants made of clay and stone. They use rocks and their body to crush their enemies. Ember Golem. Ember Golems are Ember Golems are the Lava Land's counterpart of golems. Snow Golem. Snow Golems are the Snowland's counterpart of golems. Hell Demon. Hell Demons are terrible beasts from the Lava Lands. It looks quite goofy there, but I imagine it's quite scary once you're in the game and it's about to kill you. And they've got the planned ones at the bottom here. They've got sea crabs, which are giant armoured crabs with huge claws. They've planned a Rune Giant. Rune Giants are ancient magical guards with dangerous ranged and melee attacks. They also planned for a dragon. I don't think that's trying to rip off the Ender Dragon or anything like that. They just wanted their own dragon. Dragons are flying beasts dealing fire and melee damage. And they also planned another demon. Demons can have various shapes with various attacks. Spooky little red eyes come out in the dark. Now, there's so much more to this game. I just want to get through everything this page says before we jump into it. So, yeah, it's going to be a fairly long video, but then most of my videos are, because I like to get as much information in as I can. I don't just make stupid videos to fill up 10 minutes to make money, because I don't make any money on my YouTube channel anyway. Anyway, items, crafting and customization. Items can be obtained from enemies, treasure chests, missions, vendors, and apart from that, items are also craftable. The crafting categories are weapon crafting. Each class can craft weapons available to that class. For instance, warriors can craft axes, swords, maces and shields. Armour crafting. Each class can craft armour available to that class. For instance, warriors can craft iron gloves, iron boots and more. Jewel crafting. All classes can craft rings and amulets. Rings and amulets have secondary stats useful for all classes. Cooking. Players can craft food for cheap out-of-combat healing and buffs. That's something I remember doing. Alchemy. Players can craft healing potions and other useful potions. I remember doing that too, even though I've completely forgotten how to do it all now. Weapon customization. This is a feature I really like. Weapons can be upgraded and customized on a per voxel basis. For instance, iron swords can be upgraded with iron cubes, which can be freely placed on the weapon. That's awesome! So you can put the cubes anywhere you like in any configuration and make an amazing shape out of the sword. You can have a thin part at the bottom and have it coming out wide like this if you wanted to, so it looks like a giant chisel. It's completely up to you. And It can be freely placed on the weapon, and this increases damage and changes the look of the weapons. Spirit cubes are rare magic cubes that can be obtained by defeating bosses. They're more powerful than normal cubes and have additional effects when placed on a weapon. Be looking out for some of those. Fire Spirit deals additional fire damage. Wind Spirit increases attack and movement speed of the player. Ice Spirit slows attack and movement speed of the target. And Unholy Spirit deals damage to the target and heals the player. Anything that heals me and keeps me alive, I'm interested in. Weapon customization. So, bullet points again. Weapon customization. Weapons can be upgraded by placing special cubes on them. This increases the power and changes the look of the weapons. You can craft them. Weapons can be crafted with recipes and ingredients. Armour can be crafted with recipes and ingredients. Rings and amulets, jewellery can be crafted with recipes and ingredients. And players can craft food for cheap out of combat, healing and buffs with cooking. And alchemy, players can craft healing potions and other useful potions. That's what's in the game right now. Now they've planned more things which haven't come out yet, but they're going to be awesome. Artifacts. Pieces of artifacts can be found in the world. They can be combined to restore a rare random item. They also planned more crafting formulas. They're planning to add more crafting formulas, especially for cooking and alchemy. They also planned race-specific headgear, which is interesting. They're planning to add headgear like hats, bandanas, glasses, and They're planning to add headgear like hats, bandanas, glasses. They're planning to add headgear like hats, bandanas, and glasses bound to certain races. That way they can adapt the items to the varying head shapes. Makes sense to me. And of course, vanity items. We're planning to add vanity items which are not directly useful but add fun, variation, and depth into the game. Absolutely. And of course, multiplayer, because what's a wonderful procedurally generated open world game like this without being able to play it and roam it with your friends? Multiplayer. There is a separate server application that can be used to host multiplayer games, and yes, I've set it up. I had to forward a port and I've done it. It can be run on dedicated servers or private computers. You just have to make sure to set up port forwarding for routers. Yes, which is in port 12345, TCP and UDP. It enables online and LAN multiplayer for up to 4 players. We're still experimenting with maximum player limit, especially with respect to game difficulty. Of course, multiplayer is optional and the game can be played completely offline. So you can have private servers, but Cube World comes with a separate server. We know this. You know what a private server is. You can have private servers, you can have LAN multiplayer, computer to computer on your own closed network, online multiplayer with up to 4 players, 2 to 4 player cooperative play. You can play cooperatively with up to 3 friends, including yourselves. 2 to 4 player cooperative play, so you can play with up to 3 other players with you for cooperative play. And they're planning to add PvP, it's not my thing, and PvP online ladders. And they're also planning to experiment massively multiplayer server. We will experiment with the possibility of higher populated multiplayer servers without compromising game balance and performance. Fantastic. So that's the entire page I've read about Cube World. It's a real beautiful game of its own. It does remind you a little bit of Minecraft and things like that, but it's not a rip-off. It's a beautiful little game of its own. Now, like I said, you can't create an account on here and get into it. I suppose if you were lucky enough to make an account back when it first came out, and it's a cheap version, you might have had an account. I don't have an account because I missed it, which is annoying because I wish I did. And like I said, when the game finally ships out and it can be bought, I will buy it. But until then, I have to use a naughty downloaded version, a free version. But like I said, I'm going to buy this game, so that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to come off of the internet here, and here is my beautiful messy desktop. And I'm going to load the Cube World shortcut. There is a link to download this game. Yeah, I'll include it in the link below, and it's completely up to you. I'll include it in the description below, and it'll be completely up to each individual if they want to download it and play it. But please, when the game finally gets finished and shipped, please delete it and actually purchase a proper version. That way you're supporting the game developers and you'll get all the updates and everything that come with it. Now, how long is this? We've nearly half an hour into the video, so let's start the game, shall we? I've already made a character. I've created the Spoons 313. I'm a level 1 dwarf mage and my specialisation is fire mage. I'll just click on the new character creation so you can see what the classes look like here. So if I wanted a human, I could give the human green hair. There's a female as well. Could change the class from warrior to ranger to mage and rogue. If we turn them around, you'll see that a rogue has swords on their back. A warrior has a bloody great big club. I believe I tried that on one of my other characters actually. A ranger has a bow, which is lovely. I'll probably make a ranger as well at some point. And the mage has the giant staff. There you go. I don't know why that was eluding me. We have different phases. Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4. Nice. Phase 5, Phase 6. And back to Phase 1. And also has a couple of different haircuts. There we go. Messy hair. I like that. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Lots of different things you can do now. Lots of different looking players. How many haircuts? There's up to 14 different haircuts on that player. Let's switch over to the elf. I think that's going to be pretty much the same. The haircuts will probably be... yeah, they're pretty much the same haircuts. There we go. Let's flick over to dwarf. My dwarf always has blonde hair. It's just what I do. And he has messy beard. That's the beard I have on my character. Or you can be bald and a beard. There's only about 3 different haircuts for that character, which is a shame. Then we have orcs. I love these things. Look how goofy and awesome they look. They look tough. That has haircut 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that looks good. Mutton chops. I like that. Haircut 7, 8. I'm not seeing a difference in some of these haircuts. I'm wondering if they work or if they're just on the back. No, I don't see it. Maybe you can see it. I'm not seeing it. 9. I don't think they've been implemented. Oh, unless they were beards. No, they're not. There's a little beard there. So there are 10 different haircuts, but not all of them work on the orc. There's a goblin. Oh, doesn't he look awesome? I love the pixelated look of them. It's fantastic. Oh, I didn't look at the different faces, did I? What do the faces do? Just literally changing the colour configuration, I believe. There we go. Oh, goofy teeth. Love that. Right. It's got his different little haircuts. Mutton chops again. There's not many. There's only 5 on that one. Lizard. What's the different faces like on the lizard people? Close his mouth. Hello. You could use this for talking. Ha. 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 That's enough. And that's it. That's all you have. 1 open or closed. Fair enough. And this changes the scales on the head. There's only 3 different scales, 4 different scales, 5 different scales, 6 different scales, 6 different scales on the lizard. We have undead. A walking, talking skeleton. This has got phase 2 on it, but you can have phase 3. Changes the eyes to red. I got a feeling this is going to change a lot. It's changed the eye socket shape there. Green, red. That's it. You got 6. 2 different variations of each one. Haircuts. Yes, you can have hair on your undead. That's actually at the back. Here it is. That's Hulk Hogan's hairstyle, people. Still running wild. 5. Oh, that's awesome. I like that. And there we are. There's 6 on that one. And then we go to Frogman. Frogman, if I remember, has different eyes. The face opens and closes the mouth. Changes the colour of the mouth. Oh, he's got tongue sticking out. That's cheeky. I like that. That's it. And the haircuts, they change the eyes. Oh, it's got quite a few different eyes. Look at this. Oh, lovely. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that's awesome. I like that. And then we're back to human again. Let's quickly just look at the different... Did I look at the faces on the humans? Just as yes, I looked at the faces on the humans. Quite sure the elves are going to follow the same sort of pattern. Oh no. Elves are purely white. Fair enough. Dwarf faces change. There you go. Orc faces. Oh, you can make this orc talk. Oh, look at that. That'll make up. Love it. Yeah, I'm an orc. I'm an orc. My eye colour changes when I open my mouth. It's a medical condition. and goblins. Dark and foreboding, I like it. So yeah, you can make tons of stuff on this, which is awesome. I'm going to go back and we're going to use my little buddy here. And we're going to go into Spoon World. Here's that voxel based 3D map. I love it. So let's get into this, shall we? And I'm going to be rubbish and suck at it because I've pretty much forgotten everything. Absolutely everything. It's been a long time since I played it. So you can roll the mouse wheel in and out to get closer to your play. You can basically play it in first person if you roll it right in. Ooh, that's my ability there. I can roll it out. I'm going to have my player about that far away. My right and left click are my two abilities, which you see in the bar at the bottom on mouse 1 and mouse 2. That fiery vortex, or I have a slightly larger fiery vortex which can be charged more. And by pressing Q, I can take a medicine vial, which is cool. So I press I on the keyboard. I don't know all the shortcuts. So I press I, it brings up my equipment menu. It says that I've cut, hover over anything, it will say what you've got out. So it says I've got a wood staff at the moment, but I could also use a gold bracelet, which would have 4 damage instead of 8, which my staff already has. And another one that's the same as far as I'm concerned, pretty much. Oh, and a wand, which is not as strong as well. Well, it is actually, it's about the same. I don't know what difference the wand's going to make. Maybe we should equip it. Let's have a go. Wow, the wand's massive. I thought it was going to be little. Let's quickly look here. We've got items in here. So items menu. We've got 5 potions. We've got no ingredients. And we've got no pets. And I think you can drag and drop things onto all these parts of your body when you get them. So you've got left and right weapon, left ring, right wing, neck, chest, feet, special item, shoulder, hands, light, and pet. I'm not sure how to use the light lamp, but I'm going to need it at night time. Sorry, I banged the mic there. What have we got here? That's ingredients again, and that's pets. That's all I know on that part. If you press the escape key, you'll get all of these at the bottom. F1 will tell you all the keys in the game, which is cool. And there's shortcuts at X, C, B, M, and O, so that's cool. X is your skill tree. At the moment I've got fire, and I can unlock different tiers. So I can have, at the moment I've got fire explosion, which casts a powerful explosion that burns close enemies and knocks them back and has a chance to stun enemies. I'm also a pet master. Your pets become stronger. The next level of that will heal my pet increased by 455. The next level of my fire explosion, the cooldown lasts 7.27 seconds and the knockback is increased by 9.09%. That's pretty cool. I think they've got little numbers underneath them, so they're going to mount up as they are without me unlocking different ones as well. Pet master. So I've got nothing on these at the moment basically. Got basic climbing, enables more effective climbing on steep walls. The next level you'll consume 16.67 less stamina during climbing. Stamina system. Some people don't like that. I don't mind. Swimming enables faster swimming in water. Your swimming speed amounts to 54.55% in the next level. I could change over to water mage and I could have a torrent of water attack and speed would be increased with each hit. So what we got on the fire explosion, once I get the next tier I can unlock a mana shield, which means I'm protected by a magic shield which aborts damage for up to 30 seconds. Nice. This is going to be the first things I unlock, I think. The next level, the cooldown lasts 19.09 and seconds and you absorb 9.09. Teleport, you can teleport to the selected location and the cooldown gets reduced in the next level. Pet master, I can unlock riding after that, which enables me to ride a pet, and the next level in those puts your riding speed up. So each time you unlock a level, it will tell you what the next level you can get is going to do, which is awesome. So we've got climbing there, and I can unlock hang gliding next to that, and the next level will have put the flying speed up, which is awesome. And then of course swimming, I can unlock sailing, and my boat speed will increase with every level. Fantastic. That's on X, that's your skill tree. C, this is your crafting panel, I guess. Requires a workbench, so I can't. So what I can do is go to a workbench, and if I had wood cubes, I could actually manipulate my wand, which is awesome. I'm using a dusty wood wand. What else we got here? We've got armour, silk armour chest, and I need silk yarn to sort that out. Amulets, unknown, I don't have any. Cooking, requires campfire, so I can cook. I'm carrying a pineapple slice and some ginseng soup. Nice. I should have put some of it down here so I could eat it. I have to think about that. That's cooking. What do we got here? This is potions. Alchemy, life potion. That's supposed to be on Q. I don't know why it's not there. And it's helpful too. It tells you the actual recipe to make them. A heart flower and a water flask. That brings back memories now. I lost all my old file actually on my old computer, which is annoying. And this is my formulas. So I can make a water flask using glass flask. Heart flower requires... I can make an ice flower out of those. Silk yarn. I can make silk yarn out of cobwebs. Iron cubes from iron nuggets. And wood cubes from logs. Go down here. There is a plethora of other items too. Gold cubes requires a furnace. I have to smelt gold nuggets. And I have to smelt silver nuggets to make silver cubes. Awesome. It's quite self-explanatory so far. It's telling you what's there and what you can do with it. Nice. That's the crafting on C. B. What does B bring up? B brings up what I got when I pressed I believe. I didn't press... Hang on. B to turn it off. I pressed I on the keyboard. There you go. Same menu. Interesting. Where's my items? Let's put that into Q. Or not. Why don't they go in there now? That's what... Excuse me a minute. I can't get off it now. Damn. Stop. Right. I can see all these different little squares. Look, whack it up there. So I can carry lots of different items. Tons of them, actually. Okay, so... This is crazy. That was actually in there earlier on. Why has it come out? Ingredients. Crazy. Right, press B off. M is the map. As you traverse the map, more of it will unlock. I can see all the way over there is a boss or something like that. And there's a village over here. So I think what we'll do is we'll make our way to the village. And O gives you back to the start menu and helps you to, tells you to come out. I've got F1 on for some reason. Right, without further ado then. Can you just get off that, please? Right, I haven't got my health potions out anymore, which is a pain in the arse. Oh no, there they are. I walk forward and they come back. So, I've got my wand out now. Let's see if that's any better. Ah, that's better. Faster attacks. Got a feeling this is what I preferred using. Do you know what I might do? When I'm actually able to do it, I might make the Elder Wand. Avada Kedavra! Although I'm not evil. Okay, so where are we? We're in this beautiful land. Look at the landscape. I'll quickly show you the settings I'm using actually. I've got the render distance all the way up. I've got it in 1920 by 1080 on full screen. And everything is up as far as it can go. And there you are. So this is as good as it can look. And it looks fabulous. Every single thing you can see you can climb. Now I've got to be careful. This statue over here, this is where I got killed and I respawned. There is nothing special. You press R to examine things. Let's see. This is a raccoon. This thing's probably going to kick my ass. Son of a bitch is killing me. He's making me use all my potions. I'm stuck. He's just punching me. You're going to die, raccoon. No! Son of a gun. Just too weak. See, I couldn't even beat up a bloody raccoon. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right. Cotton plant. How do I get that? How do I get it? Do I press E or press R? Oh, you just smash them. Nice. And then you press E to pick them up. Lovely. We got some cotton plants. So if I press I again, my items, there it is. We got cotton capsules. Lovely. We're going to have to find some heart flowers and stuff. Here, must be. We're going to have to find some heart flowers and things. And we're going to make our way towards that village. Let's have a look on the old map. Beautiful, beautiful map. So we want to be turning this direction. Oh, and a peacock. Do you reckon I can beat a peacock? Oh, the peacock's friendly. It's green. If it's green, it's friendly. If it's red, it's not. Hey, Mr. Peacock, what's your favourite food? Dwarves. Oh. I can't even talk to it. Right, I'm going to go around. I want to find some cool items. Look at that, even little blocks fall down as if the trees of leaves are falling. Isn't that beautiful? It's a lovely touch. Oh, is that a heart flower? Perfect. Oh, just press E to pick that one up. That's alright then. Certain items have to be broken in order to get the small parts out. Oh dear. Ah! Look, it's dark in here. I love the changes in the depth of light and things. Oh. Is that another heart? I'm going to have to collect all these heart flowers. There's a nice Churak goblin. I'm saving money to buy a boat. Very nice. Good for you. Good luck with that. Alright, ginseng. I'm going to have to smash this. Yeah, now I've got some ginseng as well. Sweet. What have we got over here? Scrub. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep using this wand. Got some cobwebs and things like that. That means now, I think I might have to have a workbench to do it. Hang on. Yeah, which one? Go in the crafting menu. Silk yarn. Let me see, silk yarn. So I need to find a spinning wheel and I can turn these cobwebs into yarn, which I can upgrade my stuff with. Sweet. This is awesome. I'm loving this. I'm really loving it. Right, all I need to do now is press the right button to get off of that. And then off of that. There we are. In fact, I could leave that up like that and... oh no, if you move forward it disappears. That's okay. We are in the lands of Ascor. It's beautiful. I should have been playing this ages ago. Oh, this is one of the features I like. The water in this game is completely different to any other game. It's like jumping and swimming in jelly, but I love it. Blocky goodness, look at that. Bloop. 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 I love that. Right, I think we're swimming the wrong way. Let's keep our eye on that lovely map at the top there. That map is just so beautiful, it really is. I'm blown away by it. It's a stunning, stunning game and it really needs finishing. Really is. And it's not too shiny and plasticky, which I find with Trove, although I really like Trove. I haven't played it for ages, but got our own club and stuff on there. But I do like that game too, it's really good. More heart flowers. More and more of those I can find, the better. Okay. Ooh, village. Cool. I think we found pumpkins and stuff over here. I don't think we can smash all. This is Ascor City. There is nothing special. You could have told me what the bloody thing was. That would be nice. There's a sheep over here. Meh. Meh. Oh, look, it's so cute. He's like a little cottony cloud. Oh, help me. Oh. That's lovely. I don't think you can dive down there, can you? I'm not quite sure how to do that. Well, you can push down to dive, but that goes nowhere. That's good to know. What do we got here? Pineapple. Oh, I'm going to nick some of these. I don't think the farmer minds if you take some of his produce, because I think it just comes back. I've got to be careful though, I don't want to fill my inventory up with pineapples. Hello, Mr. Scarecrow. I don't think I'm going to be nasty and smash the damn thing. That wouldn't be sporting, would it? 11 pineapples. Oh, they stack. So I can get as many as I like, and they don't weigh anything. Okay, pineapple time. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple time. Looking all the pineapple. I might be able to sell the things and make some dollar. Three-dimensional beauty. I don't know what it is about these blocky vector games and voxel games, things like that, but I just love them. I really do. I think it's because they take me back to a much simpler time in games where things didn't always look exactly as they were and they were very blocky, and a lot of the times you had to use your own imagination. which is a skill that a lot of kids these days have completely lost, which is very sad. So I've just stolen all the pineapples because I am a jolly thief. I've got 40 of them. Now, if you press the right button, it will come. Why do I keep using this method? Hold on. Close that, close that. Right, what I should be pressing is B on the keyboard, and I'm not pressing it. B. There we go. I don't know why it comes up with I. I suppose you can use inventory too. I off. Right then. Okie dokie. C is the crafting thing. Excellent. See if we can find a spinning wheel. I'm just hoping it's not going to cost us any money to use it. So we can get a little bit stronger. I'd love to do more videos on this as I level up and everything. And really show the game off. I mean, it's been out for years and I know a lot of other people have already made videos, but you know, after a while things go stale. People made their videos a long time ago and things get forgotten again, and it's nice to go back into it and just remind people that this thing is here and to enjoy it. Look at the little piggy. Right, we need to find a spinning wheel. I can earn some XP. I haven't earned anything. I've got 0 of 50. So my health is very low. These are normal houses, but there's usually a district in these places where you can buy things and you can talk to people. This person seems to be in quite a hurry. Hello. My favourite sport is hang gliding. I glide with 2 giant inflatable hands. Right. So I used to think it was called hang gliding years ago, but it's hand gliding. Here's an inn. There's 2 inns. There's tons of inns. You can literally just go in here and sleep. Where are we? I'm not going to buy. Oh, hello. You can rest in our inn between 6 o'clock in the evening and 6 o'clock in the morning. What's this? Oh, booting up the PC. Oh, right, yes, I'm running out of time here because I've got other things to do, which is a shame, so I'll have to wrap this video up. But I'd like to carry on with some more. Let's see if we can quickly find that shop. Shoppity, shoppity, shop, shop, shop. See if we can find that spinning wheel. Oh, I'm going to be running all around the place now trying to find it. I know all these places have completely different districts and things. Trade district, here we go. I'm just not seeing anything here. Hold on. My brother's calling me on the chat. Fantastic. I tell you what, I'm going to wrap this video up. I will do some more cube build videos, and I will continue to level up my player. And I'll try and record it every time I play it. Just put a little video series on YouTube. But don't forget, I will put the link to in the description below so you can download this game from the source I got it from. It is safe. It does work. And I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.